Hi friends, Cole Chance here. And today I'm going to show you how to safely enter a headstand. So if you have, you know who you are. If you have any neck pain, anything to be worried about, then don't try this. But if you've tried it before, you've been interested, then I would love to show you how to safely get into it. So please first listen to your body. Cool? Okay, let's come into forearm plank. So I'll go ahead and show you now. I like to tuck this bottom pinky in, whichever one it is, but instead of, that's kind of, it can make you a little bit wobbly. Tuck that bottom pinky in so then it's a flat base, if that makes sense. Shoulders are right over the elbows. So elbows are shoulders width distance, and we're gonna come into a forearm plank. Let me scoot up just a little bit. So feel the feeling of pushing down through the forearms, pushing down through the wrist. There's a little bit of dome in the back, just a little bit, but we're pushing away. Go ahead and bring the hips down. Open up the heart. Exhale, tuck the toes, push the ground away, bring the belly in. It's that feeling, I can sink the chest, like, this is kind of lazy, I'm here, but I don't really want to be here type thing. Push the ground away. This is super active and really important. Bring the belly down, untuck the toes, come forward. Good. Okay, so to start here, same with the arms. A big thing or a big place where people go wrong is they bring the arms too wide, like this, and then that's just not a supportive base. Think about it architecturally. So bring that together. So you have 3 points of contact here. And we're going to bring another point of contact, bring the crown of the head down onto the ground. Kind of the back of the head is supported by the hands. It's kind of up. It's not really, you're not cradling the back of the head, but it's just, the head is up against it. So we're going to come in to kind of like a dolphin style pose and start to walk the feet in. Now push the ground away with the forearms. Yeah? Feeling that activation. So feeling how you can release and sink. Feel how the shoulders come up towards the ears. That's not what we're looking for. Shoulders away from ears, pushing away. Good. So get up into a handstand. You want the hips as close to over the head as you can. So walking forward as much as you can. So this is a good practice right there. Go ahead and come out of that. Come back into child's pose. So the farther back the hips are, like say I were to start like this, it would be really hard for me to come up into headstand from all the way back here. So if you're right here, then you need to just work on opening up this area. So just slowly keep working on that dolphin pose to open up underneath the arms and the lats and stuff. And that'll come. Also, this stretch right here is really good on both sides. So just kind of gauge. But if your hips are really far back, again, we don't hop into headstand. That's really unsafe for the neck. So whenever hopping into headstand, we want to, and I'll show you, we'll bring in one foot up and then the other. But the hips above, it's essential. We need that. Okay, and I'll show you a way to bring the hips up a little bit higher so you can practice with the block. Set your base, bring the pinky in, bring the head down, back of the head against the hands. So come up into that dolphin pose. So come up as far as you can, and then bring the block in between the feet, pushing away with the forearms. Bring the toes on top of the block. And you can bring the block even higher if you'd like. But see how that brings the hips higher over? So you can stay right here and just start to feel that balance point. Bringing one foot in, and then bringing the other foot in. So we want to come into a little ball as the first step, okay? I'm pushing the ground away actively with my forearms. I'm in a little ball. You are in headstand right now. This is a big win. If you'd like to extend the legs, then you can start to play with that. Again, always checking in with the forearms and the wrist, pushing the ground away, and then hugging the feet together, like you're hugging the thighs, the ankles together. When you come out, same way you came in, pull the knees into the chest.
Bring the feet down, knees to the ground. Come back into a child's pose. And start to come up.
So, no kicking. It puts the neck in a really compromised position. If you're just going to kind of flail the legs up and then the head is, the fulcrum right there, and we just don't want to do that. So very steady, foot into ball pose, the other foot into ball pose, and then from there, you can start to play with extending. A couple more things that are really helpful. First and foremost, pushing the ground away all the way through. So not just through the elbows, not just through the wrists, but everything touching the ground is pushing the ground away. Also to help with the lift, pulling up on the pelvic floor like you're stopping the flow of pee, like you're pulling everything up that engages those low belly muscles. And then the other thing, squeezing towards center, squeezing the ankles, the thighs, squeezing everything together helps to activate. So let's try one more time. So we'll come into the dolphin pose first. Plant the hands, pinky in, shoulders or elbows under the shoulders, shoulders width apart, make sure you're not too wide.
Bringing the head down. Let's come into the dolphin pose. So maybe you're just staying here, pushing the ground away and opening up and practicing walking up. Maybe you're on the block. If you want to start to come into the ball pose, you can even come up onto the toes. Now my hips are really over my head. Pick one foot up and then the other. Headstand, you've done it. Start to straighten the legs. It's actually a little easier to straighten them both at the same time. I'm pushing the ground away with all of my forearms. Pulling up on the pelvic floor, squeezing everything together. I have this kind of point, the flex point going on with my feet. You can flex them if you like or point them, but active in some way to come out. Bring the knees into the chest. Extend the legs. Plant the knees. Child's pose. Breathing here. Start to come up.
Inversions are really delicious and really important. Some yoga teachers say an inversion a day keeps the doctor away. But if you're not into headstand, do legs up the wall. Set yourself up, put the block underneath the hips and swing the legs right up the wall, inversion. So there's many ways to get inverted, but if you're ready for headstand and you feel like it's safe for you, then this is a safe way to get into it. So let me know your thoughts, your comments, your successes, your failures, your things to celebrate, and headstand away. Thank you so much. Cold Chance, YOGATX.